T-minus 20 seconds, standing by for engine ignition sequencing.
T-minus 10 seconds. And mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have ignition.
Liftoff confirmed. Antares and the SS Gene Cernan now bound for the International Space Station. Arcing out to the southeast, approaching the 1-minute mark into flight.
We've throttled back up to full power, 100% operation. T plus 1 minute, we're through max Q, attitude remains nominal. All main engine parameters look good at this point.
Core pressures are nominal.
Core pressures remain nominal. Attitude looks nominal, very modest steering through max Q.
Antares now passing through the area of maximum dynamic pressure on the vehicle. Everything looking great. 1 minute, 35 seconds into the flight.
Still operating nominally at 100% power. Attitude remains good. All vehicle avionics and power systems are nominal at this point.
Less than 2 minutes to go in first stage performance.
Operating at 100% thrust.
Core pressures are nominal.
Core pressures look good. T plus 2 minutes. TVC and attitude remain nominal at this point. Very little TVC steering.
This animation generated by real-time telemetry from orbital ATK. 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight.
GNC attitude is nominal.
Core pressures are nominal.
Core pressures are nominal. Roughly 1 minute from main engine cutoff. T plus 230. Power systems still look good. Engine still at full power. We've started the slow throttle ramp to maintain axial acceleration limits.
Approaching the 3-minute mark into the flight, about 30 seconds of powered flight on the first stage remaining.
We've now throttled back to 55% power. Roughly 30 seconds from MECO. Power systems are good. TVC position adjusted for shutdown. Attitude remains nominal.
3 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Standing by for main engine cutoff on the first stage.
Main engine still look good. Attitude is nominal. And we have MECO, main engine cutoff on stage 1. PSS is disabled. We have stage 1 separation.
Stage 1 separation coming with Antares at an altitude of 67 miles, velocity of almost 9,000 miles an hour.
Getting some telemetry dropouts.
About 10 seconds away from fairing separation. Coming up on the 5-minute mark into the flight, everything continues to proceed normally. As you can see, the upper stage of the Cygnus of the Antares rocket has ignited. Stage 2 burnout and orbital insertion, the initial orbital insertion, scheduled at the 7-minute 6-second mark into the flight. 2 minutes later, Cygnus will separate from the upper stage. 5 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight. Everything looking right down the pike as Antares is delivering the Cygnus resupply craft and 7,400 pounds of supplies and science experiments, beginning a 2-day journey to the International Space Station. Liftoff occurring at the end of the 5-minute window today at 7:19 and 51 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. Everything, all the parameters and the attitude of the upper stage all in line, everything looking great at the 6-minute mark. About 60 seconds to go in the operation of the second stage of the Antares rocket. Good stage 2 attitude reported from the Range Control Center at Wallops. The upper stage roll control system performing as advertised at the 6-minute 45-second mark into the flight. About 10 seconds until stage 2 burnout. And the upper stage now has completed its job for the day. Cygnus now at an altitude of 121 miles, moving almost 17,000 miles an hour. In its preliminary orbit, spacecraft separation is scheduled about a minute and a half from now. Eight minutes into the flight, everything looking great. We're in a coast phase right now. Spacecraft separation is scheduled less than a minute from now. Eight minutes, 30 seconds into the flight. A true course so far for the Cygnus resupply craft. Orbital ATK delivering a perfect launch so far. Liftoff time once again came at the end of the 5-minute window at 7:19 and 51 seconds a.m. Eastern Time. We're standing by for spacecraft separation. Spacecraft separation now confirmed. The Antares upper stage is in a collision avoidance maneuver to make sure that it is well away from Cygnus. Cygnus now, the SS Gene Cernan, in its preliminary orbit, beginning a 2-day trek to the International Space Station after a flawless launch from Pad 0A at the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport at Wallops Island, Virginia.